Okay.
No, it's the 15th edition.
The 15th edition. So here's Adrienne Davis.
So Gail and I have just come together after. I'm just coming back from Ukraine. I'm a nervous wreck. I'm really sad about Ukraine, what's going on there. But people were gathered with us to learn about emergency skills because we're trying to help them figure out how they can do birth outside of hospital when they're not trained to do it, because even the midwives are not allowed to do home birth. It's very bad. So anyway, when you do the Frank nudge, it's not a rocking motion, not very useful to keep going like this. And
it's not the rock and roll.
It's not rock and roll. It is a steady push up towards the pubic bone.
It's classical.
And we both agree that it's here in the corner, just at the shoulders, not under the clavicles here.
No.
Because that could break them, but right here. And I always thought that Adrienne was talking about doing it here. Because she uses the word subclavicular. But what you're saying is subclavicular is right here.
It's right where the brachial plexus goes under the collarbone and over to the shoulder. So there's a little dip where a bra strap would go by.
A bra strap?
Well, I still wear a bra. Here is the subclavicular area. There's a little hollow right under here.
Right there. That's exactly where we push. Exactly.
Yeah. Ding. And it's just a short little. Yeah. See, it works for Joyce. Joyce, float your head up. You don't have a lot of tone. And on both sides, we go.
And the other thing we're agreed on is, everything else in
everything. We agree on everything. Everything breech, everything midwifery. And she knows a lot more about world politics than me. I'm an ostrich with my head in the sand.
Well, I don't like.
I'm just trying to change birth on Earth, but yeah, I don't believe in politics.
Well,
I believe in people.
It's funny because what I'm saying now as well, that Ukraine is a mess, but at least they're learning how to do breeches in the upright position.
Yeah, because you were saying throughout your life, gone to places where there's been disasters or wars, because then people are open to changing their paradigm.
Mm-hmm.
We can say that you're the reason that there's a vaginal breech birth revolution in the world today, because you have done the networking. What you've consistently done is gone to centers where breech vaginal birth is happening and get people talking to each other and bring over, this is what's going on in this part of the world and this is what's going on here. And now we're talking about the refinement of the techniques. You know, the neurophysiology of Frank's nudge, which you named from Frank Leuven's technique, works with the fascia to let the head drop into flexion so the head seems smaller and can be born. But because people tend to think of bodies as a machine, they're trying to push the baby's head into the position. So with Frank's nudge, you're doing that subtle nudge that Frank Leuven does. But what's happened today is people are pushing. They're getting scared and they push.
Do a steady push.
But then they're trying to get the baby to do that.
Yeah.
And sometimes people get scared and they really swing that baby. Yeah.
But I just think that the Frank nudge is more specific and more effective.
And it's neurophysiological.
Yeah.
And so it's gentle. It's really physiological birth, not mechanical birth.
Not that, but more like this.
Yeah. And it's not that the both will get the baby out, but one is much harder on the baby than the other. And I invite you to my Breech Basics class, and I invite you to follow Adrienne Davis and other people who are teaching Breech too, because we appreciate them too.
How about coming to Canada?
Yeah.
It's time for spinning babies to be in Ottawa, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do it when the weather's warm.